Good day viewers, welcome to episode number 79 of Erongo Talk, brought to you from the Swakopmund riverbed. I am Otis, your host at the coast. Today, we celebrate International Literacy Day. And as usual on a Tuesday, we bring you the news, Grumpy's fishing report, the weather and the tides. We also feature an interview with Jacky Geirises, the Junior Deputy Mayor of Walvis Bay. She talks about how the Junior Council is dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic, and we show you some footage from the first day of supplementary voters registration in Walvis Bay. Our loyal viewers can win their share of 100,000 in accommodation vouchers being given away by Namibia Media Holdings. Erongo Talk has 45 of these vouchers and awards one each day to a lucky viewer. All you need to do is answer the pop-up question during our show. Vouchers are redeemable at any accommodation stand at the Namibian Tourism Expo from 4 to 7 November. Stay tuned, we will be back in a moment. And now for the news. The supplementary registration of voters commenced across the country ahead of the regional and local authority council elections slated for November 2020. The process began on Monday, 7 September and will continue until 15 September. Various registration centers opened their doors on Monday, with some scheduled to open their doors on Wednesday. In Walvis Bay, both young and old turned up despite the cold and misty weather to register to vote for the upcoming local and regional authority elections. As is the case with every registration or election, technical errors do sometimes slip in. The Walvis Bay Urban Constituency registration was off to a slow start after the fingerprint machine stalled the process at the town social club and at the Dana Secondary School registration centers. Residents had to wait in queues for almost 3 hours at both registration centers to complete the process in 30 minutes. En dan vir ietsie in Afrikaans. 'n Onbekende toekoms wag vir 25 gesinne wat hulle self op die straat en in die koue bevind het nadat hulle deur hulle huurders uitgesit is weens wanbetaling van huurgeld. Die groep word tans in die Narwal Kliphuis gehuisves wat as 'n stemlokaal in die komende verkiesing gebruik gaan word. Die munisipaliteit het die fasiliteit as tydelike maatreël beskikbaar gestel nadat die groep by die polisie vir hulp gaan aanklop het en toe besluit het om in die oop lug rondom 'n vuur te slaap. Met verloop van tyd het die gemeenskap ingespring en kos aan hulle begin voorsien. Die voorsitter van die Narwal gemeenskapsgroep, meneer Paul Fischer, het bevestig dat daar 'n vergadering Vrydag met die Erongo gouverneur gehou is waar die mense se lot bespreek is. Ons het geen besluite geneem nie en 'n opvolgvergadering sal gehou word om die saak verder te bespreek. Die huidige situasie is baie onhygiënies en die sekdwellersgroep het aangebied om te kyk hoe hulle die mense sal help. Farm 37 is ook as 'n moontlike oplossing genoem, het meneer Fischer gesê. Hy het dan ook bygevoeg dat verwagtinge vir die beskikbaarstelling van gratis grond onrealisties is. Daar is begrip vir die situasie en die feit dat omstandighede mense hierin dwing, maar mense is besig om hulle werk te verloor, so dinge gaan net vererger en niks is verniet nie, het meneer Fischer gesê. The police have requested assistance in tracing Apsai Haulofu, a man between the age of 30 and 36. Haulofu is wanted on charges of attempted murder, malicious damage to state property, resisting arrest and obstructing a police officer in the execution of their duties. His brother Emmanuel has been arrested in connection with an incident involving an assault with an axe on a police officer. A warrant of arrest has been issued for Apsai, and any persons found knowingly harboring this suspect are an accomplice to a crime. So people with information about his whereabouts or that could lead to his arrest are urged to contact Deputy Commissioner Ikuyu at 081 246 4757 or Detective Warrant Officer Cecilius Kabuku at 081 391 067. Ons gaan weer na Afrikaans. Die stryd teen die coronavirus is nog ver van verby, waarsku die gouverneur van die Erongo streek, meneer Neville Andre. Hoewel maatreëls om die verspreiding van die virus te beperk verslap is in ons streek, wat eens as die epicentrum in die land beskou is, duur die stryd voort, het Andre gesê. Hy het ook inwoners gemaan om waaksaam te bly. Hierdie virus is slinks en soos reg oor die wêreld gesien kan word, moet ons 'n tweede golf van infeksies verwag en daarop voorberei. Ons het nou die kans om ons reaksiestelsels te hersien en te verskerp, sou dit nodig wees. Andre het bygevoeg dat harde en waardevolle lesse geleer is, wat nou tot die voordeel van die streek sal wees met betrekking tot gereedheid. Die direkteur van gesondheid in die streek, mevrou Anne Jonas, het beam dat 'n tweede golf van infeksies voorkombaar is en het mense aangemoedig om saam te werk om dit te bewerkstellig. Sy het gesê, die toekoms van die virus in die streek en watter rigting dit gaan inslaan, hang heeltemal van die publiek af. Ons kan nie ontspan nie, nou is die tyd om die verspreiding te keer. En dan, 'n sopkombuis wat 4 jaar gelede deur 'n broer en suster Gerson Sibop en Tanaya Sibus in Swakopmund gestig is steeds volstoom aan die gang. Sibus sê sy het die liefdadigheidsorganisasie Home Away from Home in 2016 gestig. Vir die afgelope 4 jaar gee hulle vir kinders in Tutaleni kos, elke Saterdag tussen 11:00 en 12:00, en hulle bedien meer as 300 kinders. Die kos word by die Tutaleni Hoërskool in Swakopmund uitgedeel. Gerson se ma berei die kos by die huis voor en hulle span dan met die Walvis Bay Rotariërs saam om kos vir die kinders te voorsien. Die sopkombuis is oop vir almal. Finally, Namibia witnessed the inauguration of the Namport's new container terminal, constructed on 40 hectares of reclaimed land at a cost of 4 billion Namibian dollars by President Jacky Geirises on the 2nd of August in 2019. Construction began in mid-2014. The facility was commissioned and officially started with operations on 24th of August 2019. Unfortunately, Namport could not celebrate the NCT's first anniversary in true Namport fashion due to the COVID-19 and its accompanying regulations. Namport Operations Executive Raymond Versaghi said the investment in the expansion and upgrading of Namport's container handling capacity was necessary to decongest the old terminal and to expand both container and general cargo handling capacities. The investment also provides the opportunity for much needed repairs to the old quay infrastructure. Versaghi said various milestones have been achieved since the facility became operational a year ago. He said the offshore container terminal provides direct employment to 281 persons, and considering an average family size of 5 people, indirectly supports the livelihood of an estimated 1,405 Namibians. 33 operators successfully completed intense training to operate the STS cranes deployed at the container terminal, and in just 8 months of operations, 115,146 TEUs were handled. Versaghi added that the Port Authority remains optimistic that this upward growth trajectory will continue. In addition, 5 million calls from vessels which previously bypassed the port of Walvis Bay were recorded, while a record-breaking 46 berth moves per hour on a vessel were recorded in March 2020. The new passenger jetty welcomed 10 passenger liners, translating into more than 5,000 international tourists visiting the town of Walvis Bay. Versaghi attributed these successes to dedication and teamwork. And on that high note, we've come to the end of our news segment.
We are speaking here to Tracy Kaereho, who is the team leader at the Meduletu polling station today. Hi Tracy, how are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
I'm fine. So Tracy, I hear that you haven't experienced any issues today at this polling station.
No technical issues, nothing really.
Okay, great. And then I want to know, has COVID-19 made this any harder on you?
Yes, because we not allowed a lot of applicants into the hall, so the
Yeah.
queue is a bit longer and people are waiting for a very long time. So yeah, they are also spacing
Yeah.
outside there.
Yeah. Do you know round about what the average waiting time is at the polling station?
Maybe an hour to 2 hours, because people say they came like at 11 o'clock and they're still not done. So
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And then I want to know from you, round about how many people have you received here today?
so far I've received 50. Yeah, 50 applicants.
Okay, and there were no unruly residents. Everybody was wearing their masks, maintaining social distancing, sanitizing, all that.
Everything is normal and smooth as usual.
Okay, great. Thank you, Tracy. One last thing though, until what time are you going to be open?
My closing time is actually 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
But then if it's 7 o'clock and I help, if people in the queue, I first have to help them and then only after I get food.
Yes. Okay, great. Thank you very much, Tracy.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jacky Geirises. I am a learner at Jinsha Private High School, as well as the Deputy Junior Mayor for the Port City of Walvis Bay for the year 2020. Being a learner during this pandemic has been very mentally straining, and the previous closure of schools also just added on to that pressure. E-learning was an effective tool during this lockdown, but only to some extent, because there are certain topics in subjects that just require that face-to-face teaching. So I was pretty excited when they announced that schools would be reopening. This would have been my final year in the Junior City Council, not would have been, this is my final year in the Junior City Council, acting as my capacity as the Deputy Junior Mayor. The council and we had a lot of projects planned for this year, but unfortunately due to COVID-19 we couldn't really showcase those projects because of the regulations that were set. I have received a personal blow as I was not able to showcase my leadership qualities and my capabilities this year. This was the year to really shine and show to the community, to my school and to myself why I was chosen as Deputy Junior Mayor, but due to COVID I wasn't really given the opportunity to showcase those qualities that I do possess. So that was kind of a personal blow to me. And I'm pretty sure some of my council members feel the same way. But I cannot forget what the council has taught me in the past 2 years that I've been part of the council. All the memories that I've made, the friends that I've made, the project that we've taken part in together, all the fundraising events, the Christmas ceremony, which is a yearly function that we always have in December. And we switch on the Christmas lights, which are seen throughout December. So I can't forget what the council has given me and what I've given to the council, even though this final year will obviously not be the same as those 2 years, but I guess we should just get with the norm and just be happy that we're still healthy and alive. To whoever takes my position next year, I hope that you have the same goals and visions as myself, and I hope that you can actually get an opportunity to showcase your capabilities and your qualities and why you were chosen to be Junior Deputy Mayor. And I just hope that next year's councillors will take it upon themselves to really help the community, really help the youth, and take part and really have youth projects that really interact with the youth and just put the Junior City Council on another level. Some of the projects that would have taken place this year if it wasn't due to COVID-19 would have been our annual fundraiser, the Miss Teen Pageant. Most of the youth know about the Miss Teen Pageant. This is a fun event, but it is also the JCC's main fundraiser. The money that we collect from the Miss Teen Pageant is used for our charitable projects. Another project would have been the prefect's breakfast. Obviously I'm an LRC at school, and this probably was what most LRCs were looking forward to at the beginning of the year, was to be part of the prefect's breakfast. But obviously due to COVID-19 we had to cancel the prefect's breakfast, and just other projects that we really wanted to do this year that we just never really got the opportunity to do. So I hope that next year's councillors take it upon themselves to do those same projects. Finally, I would like to give a message to the youth everybody returning back to school, especially the matric classes of Namibia, not just at my school in Walvis Bay, but all the schools in Namibia. I just want to encourage you guys to not be discouraged. I know that there are talks. We haven't obviously finished our syllabus, some of the schools, but I don't want this to encourage you and make you feel like you've already failed. We should take this time to do effective self-study, because at the end of the day, we will be writing the examination, and we just have to be as much prepared as we can be. And I know there are talks that this year's grade 12 probably have the highest failure rate, but I don't want those negative thoughts to be in your guys' minds and for you guys to be discouraged. Just don't let those negative thoughts limit you or put a limitation on your capabilities, because only you know your full potential, and it's not too late right now to start studying, to pick up a book and start studying for the exams. It's honestly just your decision in what you want to do. And this is a very important examination, as we all know. We've been told throughout the year this is the most important examination of your career or your school career. So just take it seriously. Start studying, start hitting the books, because this exam determines your future, if you're gonna go to university or if you're not. So I just want you guys to know that we are all going through it. Even the smartest of us, we're all together in this. And I just hope that watching this video has encouraged you guys to take up your books and just start studying, because we are the final class of 2020 for Namibia. And I want us to go out with our heads held high and to show these people that the classes of 2020 would have been the greatest class of Namibia. Thank you.
Reports arrived fast and consistently from angling areas, says our fishing fundi, Grumpy Gramovski. Top of the list was Konapi, where some big cop and steenbras were caught. The biggest cop landed was in the 40 kilogram weight class, with the steenbras weighing in the 12 kilogram class. According to Grumpy, it is almost as if spring brings the bigger fish, and there is definitely proof of this. The Mile 100 banks also produced a lot of galjoen. There were also ample reports of good-sized galjoen being caught along the entire coastline. The preferable bait being used was mussel and pilchards, with a few well-sized steenbras that were caught at palkies on pilchard and chicken liver combo. With the angling competitions on hold for the time being, the angling clubs are doing their best to keep their members fit and their skills up to scratch, says Grumpy. Walvis Bay Angling Club went to Jakkalspits to target some toothy critters, and boy oh boy, did they have a good time. The champ for the day was Werner van Riet, who managed to land 5 bronze whaler sharks and a couple of cow sharks. Sean Oberg landed 2 sharks over 100 kilogram each. Well done. No harm was done to the sharks, as they are returned to the water to fight on after a few photos. Sharks can be caught on any bigger fish bait like mackerel, bonito, or even any fresh galjoen or cop heads. However, one has to use nylon-coated steel to catch them due to the sharp teeth. A meter or so does the trick, advises Grumpy. Grumpy concludes by saying he's excited about the forecast, as conditions are looking really good for the week. we are going to talk tides and the weather. We had a high tide at 6:30 with a second high tide due at 7:15. The first low tide arrived at 12:15 with another low tide coming in at 7:06 in the evening. The sun was out between 7:01 and 7:06 and is expected to set between 7:11 and 7:05 for the major towns in the Erongo region. And now for the predicted temperatures at the coast. Walvis Bay, a maximum of 20 with a westerly wind predicted for today, a minimum of 15 and a maximum of 27 predicted for tomorrow. Swakopmund, a maximum of 19 with a westerly wind for today, a minimum of 15 and a maximum of 23 predicted for tomorrow. Otis Bay, a maximum of 18 with a southern wind in the area for today, with a minimum of 15 and a maximum of 21 for tomorrow. Arandis, and now you must listen carefully, a heat wave warning has been issued until Friday for Arandis. The maximum will be 32 with a southeastern wind prevailing there for today, and a minimum of 22 and a maximum of 37 predicted for tomorrow. Usakos, Karibab and Omaruru will experience east wind conditions. Usakos, a maximum of 36 for today, a minimum of 16 and a maximum of 35 for tomorrow. Karibab, a maximum of 34 for today, a minimum of 15 and a maximum of 33 for tomorrow. And finally, Omaruru, a maximum of 33 with a minimum of 14 and a maximum of 32 predicted for tomorrow. And that is your weather and the tides. And sadly, we've come to the end of today's show, and I hope you've enjoyed the content. Remember, Erongo Talk is an extension of our website, www.erongo.com.na. I repeat, www.erongo.com.na, and our Erongo 24/7 Facebook page. And we are proud to say that we have more than 65,000 online followers. So, you are most welcome to join our family. Go and like and then click on the links on our Facebook page to access any of the stories we talked about or information about services as well as adverts on our website. And if you are in need to advertise a product or your company, this is the place for you to be. Send us a WhatsApp at 081 170 0040. I repeat, 081 170 0040, and we will get in touch with you. You are also most welcome to drop us clips of what's happening in your area. Stay sanitized, healthy and safe. Also, wear those masks at all time and adhere to the curfew regulations. Keep your social distancing. Protect yourself. Cheerio.